Welcome back to the Lonely Basement. Yankees. Well, the season is over. I'm going to be honest with you. Don't lie in the basement. Not to you. Guys, Yankees suck. I did not believe in this team the entire year. They continue to build playoff entry teams without World Series aspirations. Well, they have aspirations. They don't have the talent. They continue to build these teams who don't play fundamental baseball. Ask Jazz Chisholm. Who strike out a ton and who melt under the pressure of the bright lights. The bright lights in the Bronx. You know, I didn't expect it, but it's always still a letdown when they lose. Now, I do have some thoughts going forward for the Blue Jays. At the end of the game, they pan to the Blue Jays dugout. And as many of you know, Donnie Baseball is a Blue Jays bench coach. And Donnie was super excited, beaming ear to ear, genuinely elated to be moving on. Donnie. So we're rooting for the Blue Jays, not only for Donnie, but I also believe the Blue Jays have a legitimate shot at winning. So we're on the Blue Jay bandwagon, which we've never been on in our entire life before, until this year, because we hated the Blue Jays. 1986, 1985. Oh, we hated the Blue Jays. That 85, George Bell, Jesse Barfield, Lloyd Mosby, Jimmy Key, Dave Stieb, woof. Used to beat us up. 85, 86, it was rough. It was rough playing those guys in Exhibition Stadium, which I've been to, by the way. It was a weird-ass ballpark. So for Donnie, we are rooting for the Blue Jays. Let's go Jays. For the first time in our life. Go Blue Jays. Let's get Donnie a ring. Donnie needs a ring. His finger's empty. Needs a ring. Let's get Donnie a ring. All right. That's the postmortem. They suck. They continue to build the same team over and over again. Let's get rid of Cashman. Aaron Boone didn't really do much in this series to kill us, but how about a clean sweep? But that will not happen because we trust the process. Trust the process in Yankee land. The process gets you to the first round playoffs and an exit. Maybe the second round playoffs and an exit. Maybe even the World Series and an exit. Does not bring you a ring. And by the way, Cashman's rings that he has from Glory Days, come on. That was Bob Watson's team. Come on. Gene Michael built that team. So there you go. It's over. The party's over. Moving on. Let's talk about baseball cards. You know, my last video, I did about grading. I did a little grading video because I genuinely was curious in my mind that, you know, what's going on with SGC leaving and who's going to fill the void? Because there's a void. And I really personally believe Beckett could fill the void if the inevitable happens with everyone's favorite SGC. I do believe it. So I made a grading video. Now, the very same day, the hobby president, John Mangini, the Mangini Collection, like and subscribe. Immediately after my video, he commented, and then he posted a video, an anti-grading video and an anti-grading post. Can't help but feel it was a reaction to the basement talking about grading. So, in response, we've decided to show raw cards today. And there's a reason at the end you'll see. Raw cards! Now, the cards I have before me are some cards from my collection, obviously, that I've literally pulled out and are raw. So let's get started. I'm going to touch the cards. Believe me, I actually got a little nervous taking these out. I don't like taking them out, but they are raw. I don't mind touching my cards, but sometimes some of them, So let's start with a W560 for the hobby president. This is a beautiful Wade Hoyt Now the W560s. Not technically strip cards. They're basically, they did come in a whole panel. They were found uncut, but not in little strips. And they're playing cards. And there is the great Hall of Famer Wade Hoyt. The 1927 Yankees in all his glory. Go wait. He's loving it. Jack of Hearts! They were found in black and red. And you cannot beat the Jack of Hearts and red. That's got to be the great color for these cards. Blank back. And I'm touching it. I'm touching a 1927 card. Oh, no! I can't. I can't with myself sometimes. Wade Hoyt, 1927. Now, let's go over here. I'm being careful. I'm not going to lie. These aren't 86 tops. One of my favorite 52 tops, I decided to pull out the Jackie Jensen. Beautiful 52 tops. Wade Hoyt. Jackie Jensen! There's the great slugger. And look at the background on that card. That is just beautiful. Jackie. Damn, that's a beautiful card. The back. I'm touching it! Finger grease on the cards. There's actually a little... it's in my head now. A little quiver! There we go. Jackie Jensen, 52 tops. Beautiful. Next card up. This card's kind of beat, so I'm not worried about it too much. Can't do much damage. 53 Bowman color. My Casey Stengel. I got this card. I got this card in Milford at the Milford Card Show. And I went to the Milford Card Show because Sammy was there. And Sammy had announced on his show. Boom. What do we got? We got an M. Hold, please. I forgot to get my glass. The magnifying glass was left on the secondary table. It just says MA. So these were MA's cards. Shout out to MA. And it does have a little paper loss right there, so I got a good deal on it. A little crease. But that is a beautiful shot of Casey. This is one card I've actually thought about upgrading. One of the few upgrades that I would do. I would like a better copy of this bad boy. And I wouldn't mind the crease and a little snowy here, but on the face. But early days, back in the hobby, and I ran into this bad boy and I had to have it. And look at the facade. Brilliant! And I'm touching it. I'm touching the cards! Don't do it, Keith. Rebel. I'm a rebel! 53. Bowman color. Allie Reynolds. The Super Chief. Again, look at that facade. This is one of my favorite cards. A lot of guys show this sometimes, say it's one of the best cards. Because it is! The patch pops off the background. And Allie, what do we got there? That's not a fastball. He's going against the seams. I don't know. What's he gripping there? Allie Reynolds. Allie Reynolds is a great Yankee pitcher. 2 no-hitters in the same season. Come on, Allie. Let's go. I'm being gentle. Next up, we got a beautiful 61 Whitey Ford. One of my favorite Whitey Ford cards. Because he's not doing the pose. It's something different. And now for something completely different. A Whitey Ford card where he's not in the pose. There you go. Loving Whitey. Little OC. Perfect for the basement collection. Beautiful. Next up, we got a raw Mantle. No, don't do it. We're touching it. We're touching our Mantle game card. There's the Mick in all his glory. The beautiful blue back. And I love a game card. And I don't love anything more than a Mickey Mantle game card. Mick gets the single. What are we doing? Why is Mick getting the single? Come on. And why am I yelling? Sometimes viewers want to know. Next up, a beautiful card from my collection. My 71 OPG Thurman Munson. Raw! Raw in the basement. We like it naked in the basement. The amazing back, as everyone knows, one of the greatest card backs of all time, possibly all time. 71 Thurman Munson. Brilliant. I'm getting a phone call. Probably a bill collector. There is my OPG Thurman in all his glory. Next up, this card I found in a dollar box. It's worth a little more than $1. Great find. Flea Market Finds. This is the 72. Joe DiMaggio, Bowery Bank. I love this card. It is beautiful. I think I just hit the corner. I hit the corner! I don't know if I did that or was already there. I think I did it. Beautiful Bowery Bank 72 Joe D. There's Joe D and his Old Timers Day glory there. Maybe spring training. That's a cool card. Bowery Bank promotional from 72. It is not playing days, obviously, but it is super cool. Bowery Bank promotional. Card from 72. Joe liked his promotions. Mr. Coffee! Let's go! Joe pumping to Mr. Coffee and the bank. I actually, if I did that, I did it, but I think I did that corner. I felt it when I touched it. It was either already there or I just did it. Either way. Danger of raw cards in the basement. Next raw card up I wanted to show today was this perfect, beautiful 82 in action Reggie Jackson OPG. Traded. Damn, Reggie. Traded. There's a mistake. Reggie should have hit 500 in the pinstripes. But with George around, it was not to be. Now, you may notice there's some French on here. We love French in the basement. In action, Ajou. Ajou! And the beautiful OPG logo. There's nothing cooler than an OPG 82 in action card. I promise, nothing cooler. That is awesome. Get your OPG 82 in action cards because they're freaking awesome. One more time because it's so awesome. All right. Now, finally, one more card. 1988. We're touching it. 1988. Mickey Mantle. From Mickey Mantle's Restaurant. You can get anything you want at Mickey Mantle's Restaurant. Mickey Mantle. Right from the restaurant. How do I know? Because I got it from the restaurant in 1988. Beautiful. I had scallops. My dad took me to Mickey Mantle's Restaurant right before we went to a Yankee game. And we had a little dinner. I had a little scallops and rice pilaf. And off to the stadium we went. And that is super cool. Love that card. I've had that since 1988. There you go. The spring training towers behind him. Look at those lights. Look at Mick. Beautiful raw card of Mickey Mantle. Now, I do have one other card I pulled. Not gonna lie. I pulled this out. My super, super sharp, crispy Mariano Rivera Bowman rookie. And then I thought, Keith, you can't pull this card out of the sleeve. I couldn't do it. It's too sharp. I couldn't do it. I couldn't pull it out. Couldn't pull it out. All right. So that's what we have for that. Our raw cards for the Hobby President, because we made a grading video. Now, why do we show raw cards? Besides that, because we got to rip. Always use protection in the basement. Got to rip. And this is a card I picked up on eBay a little while ago that has been waiting to be revealed. And I wanted to show it off. Bag in a bag. I like it. Bag in a bag. In the basement. All right, now inside the bag. Let's see. Can we open this? All right, now we're in. All right, this guy has done the corrugated cardboard. Yellow tape. Now, this is a conundrum for me. I appreciate the use of tape, and it's the proper size, but yellow. I'm going to give him half points. We're getting half points for the yellow tape. Half points. I always hate cutting 4 square tape on a card in the corrugated because where's the damn card? We're not that careful in the basement, I promise. We're not good at little... And I'm always going to hit the card in my brain. Now, hopefully it's inside some type of plastic. So if we hit it, we hit plastic. All right, we're in. We've got the card extricated. All right, we're out. We got a bag. Number 176618. Excellent. There's only 1 6. 6 8. 6 1 8. I don't know if I can get it out of this fine baggie. It's out! All right, guys. What do we have? We have the 1992 Stadium Club Derek Jeter, the Jack Murphy Stadium Edition. Now, we have a set over there. I don't even know. I think that's Skydome or some nonsense, right? The 91. I think it might be Skydome. I don't even remember. We have the 91, but of course, alas, when we collected in the 90s and 80s, we bought everything we weren't supposed to. So we bought the 91, but not the 92, which had the Jeter. The 92, the 91 has no value. Value. So, the trend continued with that. We purchased 89 Pro Set instead of 89 Score football. We did a lot of that kind of stuff back then. We always bought the wrong one. Who knew? Not me. Beautiful shot of young Derek Jeter from 1992. The amazing stadium comebacks, and we love it. We love it. I got this one raw. Now, I'm not going to lie. I was looking at this graded, and I came across this bad boy, and it was maybe 2/3 of the price. And I looked at it, and it had a little edgy, just like the one in the slab. And the one in the slab was $40 more. So speaking of raw cards, beautiful. Beautiful. This card would probably grade exactly the same as the one I was going to buy for $40 more in the slab. So let's go with the raw. The raw 92 Derek Jeter, Jack Murphy Stadium. And look at Derek doing a little photo shoot there. Maybe let him take batting practice. Probably a photo from his, when you get drafted, number 1. They bring you up to the stadium, do a little photo shoot, and I have a feeling that's when that's from. That is my gut. And it's an awesome card. Card I've wanted for a while. I've been looking for a good copy of this for a while. And now we have it to add to our Jeter collection. That is beautiful. Loving it. So that's what I got for you guys. That is what I got. Couldn't take it out. One done. That's what I got for you guys. The Yankees suck. It's okay to touch your cards, even if they're a 1927 W560. I promise. You can touch them. Maybe we should play cards, Mangini. We can play cards. Get a set of these. Play some cards. Play some blackjack with the W560s. Maybe at next year's National. There's an idea. All right, guys. That's what I got for you. You all have a good one.